There are cities you won't believe actually exist. One where the entire town lives in a single building, another 6 times bigger than New York, with almost no one in sight. This isn't science fiction, it's real. Let's explore the 12 strangest cities on Earth. 1. Auroville, India. In southern India, there's a city unlike any other on Earth. Auroville, a place where no one owns property, there's no religion, and money has little meaning. Founded in 1968 as an experimental utopia, Auroville was designed to unite humanity beyond borders, politics, and ego. Instead of salaries, residents contribute through work. Instead of government, they reach consensus. At its heart lies the Matrimandir, a massive golden dome used for meditation. Surrounding it, the city spirals outwards in themed zones focused on ecology, education, and community. There are no high-rises here, only eco-homes made of mud, bamboo, and earth bags. Despite its ideals, Auroville isn't perfect. Disputes over land, disagreements on direction, and the challenge of maintaining a non-ownership system make daily life complex. Still, its very existence is a bold experiment, a living vision of what cities could be if driven by spirit, not profit. Two, Naypyidaw, Myanmar. Naypyidaw is perhaps the world's most bizarre capital city. Built in secrecy and unveiled in 2005, it replaced Yangon as Myanmar's new seat of government. But here's the twist. It's enormous, eerily empty, and feels more like a ghost city than a capital. With vast highways, some 20 lanes wide, and massive government complexes, the city is strangely quiet. Rumors swirl. Was it built to avoid foreign invasion, or to isolate the regime from uprisings? No one knows for sure. What's clear is that its massive size doesn't match its population or energy. Naypyidaw's zones are strictly separated: residential, military, commercial, connected by empty roads and surrounded by wide open spaces. It has shopping malls, zoos, and golf courses, but little of the human buzz you'd expect. Most public servants still commute from Yangon. It's a city that feels like a command from above, not something that grew from the people. A capital built for control, not connection. Third, Songdo, South Korea. Welcome to Songdo, South Korea's billion-dollar smart city built from scratch on reclaimed land. It's designed for the future. Underground waste systems, sensor-driven infrastructure, and sustainable buildings. You won't find traditional trash trucks here. Garbage is vacuum-sucked underground. The city boasts green tech, clean streets, and wide boulevards. LEED-certified buildings, smart traffic systems, and fiber-optic networks form its backbone. It even has its own Central Park modeled after New York's. But here's the strange part. It feels almost lifeless. Despite housing thousands, Songdo is often called sterile and soulless. The absence of a historical core and organic growth makes it feel more like a concept drawing than a lived-in place. Businesses and communities haven't flourished as expected, and cultural vibrancy remains low. Yet Songdo remains a global model for sustainability and digital urbanism. It may be more laboratory than city, but it's teaching the world how future cities might work. 4. Brasilia, Brazil. Brasilia is a city designed to look like an airplane, and from above, it does. Built in the 1950s to move Brazil's capital inland, it was the ultimate modernist experiment in top-down planning. Architect Oscar Niemeyer and planner Lucio Costa envisioned a utopia of clean lines, symmetry, and function over form. Government buildings sit in the cockpit, while residential and commercial sectors form the wings. Everything was mathematically zoned, with wide highways and superblocks for housing. But there's a catch. Brasilia is not pedestrian-friendly. Its vast distances and lack of mixed-use areas make cars essential. People often describe it as monumental, but cold. It's beautiful to look at, yet hard to live in. Cafes don't pop up naturally. Streets don't invite strolling. It feels like a sculpture more than a city. Despite this, Brasilia is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a rare honor for a modern city. It's a symbol of national ambition and modernist ideals, even if it sacrificed human warmth along the way. 5. Venice, Italy. Venice is a living contradiction, a floating medieval city without roads, built on water, slowly sinking into the sea. Comprising 118 small islands linked by over 400 bridges and crisscrossed by canals, it's a place where boats replace cars and streets are made of water. Founded over 1,500 years ago, Venice began as a refuge from invaders, its buildings standing atop millions of wooden piles submerged in mud. Today, it remains a marvel of engineering, history, and art, but also a logistical nightmare. Deliveries, garbage collection, and even ambulances happen by boat. Venice's maze-like alleys confuse even GPS systems. With no underground utilities, flooding, acqua alta, routinely submerges the ground floors. Despite this, the city thrives, drawing millions of tourists each year. But this popularity is also its curse. Mass tourism strains resources, pushes locals out, and threatens its fragile foundations. Still, Venice endures, a magical, impossible city that refuses to disappear. 6. The Pearl, Qatar. Floating off the coast of Doha, the Pearl is Qatar's man-made island of luxury. Built on reclaimed land and inspired by Mediterranean and European architecture, it's a curated world of pastel villas, elegant promenades, and high-end boutiques. Think Venice canals, French-style cafes, and yachts lining the harbor. Designed to attract expats and investors, the Pearl offers foreign property ownership in a region where that's rare. It's polished, exclusive, and photogenic, an Instagrammer's paradise. Yet, despite its beauty, it often feels oddly empty. Many service workers live off-site. Cultural connection with local Qatari life is minimal, and its environmental cost is high, reliant on constant air conditioning, desalination, and manicured landscaping in an arid climate. Critics call it soulless. Admirers call it paradise. Either way, the Pearl isn't just a place to live. It's a visual experience crafted for global consumption, a dream built from wealth and built to impress. 7. Yanjin, China. Tucked between towering cliffs and a winding river, Yanjin is known as the narrowest city in the world. Located in Yunnan province, it stretches like a ribbon for miles along the Nangxi River, sometimes just 30 meters wide. With the mountains preventing horizontal growth, the city was forced to build vertically. Tall, skinny buildings hug the cliffs. Roads, shops, schools, and homes line the river like stacked dominoes. Some apartments are just one room deep, but many stories tall. There's barely room for a road and a sidewalk, and the logistics are tough. Emergency access is limited, and infrastructure must thread through this confined space. Still, residents have adapted, fishing from balconies, holding rooftop gym classes, and carving homes into rock faces. Yanjin may not be famous, but it's a marvel of survival and ingenuity. A city built not by choice, but by sheer will to exist, where geography rules and life finds a way. 8. Amedi, Iraq. Perched on a limestone plateau 1,400 meters above sea level, Amedi looks like a city from a fantasy novel. Surrounded by steep cliffs, it appears like a natural fortress, an oval town suspended between sky and stone. For over 2,000 years, Amedi has been home to a mix of cultures: Assyrians, Muslims, Jews, and Christians. Its architecture is tightly packed, adapted to its narrow limits. Winding stone alleys, terraced rooftops, and ancient gates reflect centuries of coexistence and resilience. Historically, it was a center of Islamic learning and the seat of the Bahdinan Emirate. Legend says it once hosted 3 of the lost tribes of Israel. Its isolated geography kept it safe during conflicts and preserved its cultural integrity. Modernization comes slowly here. Access is limited. Youth leave for opportunities elsewhere, yet life continues, peaceful, traditional, and proud. Ameti isn't just a city. It's a monument to endurance, a breathing relic of the past clinging to the cliffs of time. 9. Putrajaya, Malaysia. Putrajaya is Malaysia's planned administrative capital, built to ease the burden from Kuala Lumpur. With grand mosques, government palaces, and futuristic bridges, it looks like a city from a digital postcard. The city was designed for efficiency: wide roads, organized zones, manicured parks. Its centerpiece, the pink-domed Putra Mosque, floats beside a serene lake. Bridges curve like sculptures. The layout is orderly, symmetrical, almost utopian. But here's the paradox. Despite its beauty, Putrajaya often feels empty. Government offices fill the weekdays, but evenings and weekends are quiet. Few residents live here full-time. It's clean, quiet, and controlled, but lacks the messy energy of urban life. Putrajaya is a city of ideals, discipline over spontaneity. It shows how design can create order, but perhaps not always community. 10th, Neom, Saudi Arabia. Neom isn't a city yet, it's a vision. A $500 billion mega project in the desert, set to redefine how humans live. Its boldest idea? The Line, a 170-kilometer-long linear city, just 200 meters wide, with no cars, no streets, and powered by 100% renewable energy. Backed by Saudi Arabia's crown prince, Neom aims to be a futuristic utopia. Vertical farms, flying taxis, AI governance, and climate-controlled urban zones. The goal is sustainability, technology, and lifestyle harmony. But critics question its feasibility. Can such an artificial city work? Will people want to live there? Environmental and human rights concerns also cast shadows over its glittering plans. Still, construction has begun. Whether Neom becomes a groundbreaking model or a futuristic ghost town, one thing's clear. It's one of the most audacious urban ideas humanity has ever attempted. 11th, Whittier, Alaska, USA. Imagine an entire town living in one building. That's Whittier. Nestled in remote Alaska, nearly all of Whittier's 300 residents eat, sleep, shop, work, and even go to school inside one 14-story former military building, Begich Towers. The town exists because of harsh conditions, heavy snowfall, fierce winds, and geographic isolation. The one road in is a 2.5-mile tunnel carved through solid rock, shared with trains, and only open at certain times. Living in one building brings unique challenges: little privacy, constant interaction, and a surreal sense of being sealed in. But it also fosters strong community ties. Everyone knows everyone. It's safe, efficient, and surprisingly functional. Planners even study Whittier as a model for space colonization and climate resilience. It's part town, part life support system. Whittier isn't about freedom, it's about survival. And in that, it may be the most extreme example of urban adaptation on Earth. 12. Astana, Nur Sultan, Kazakhstan. In the middle of the cold, Kazakh steppe rises a surreal skyline. Glass pyramids, twisted towers, and domed palaces. This is Astana, now Nur Sultan, the planned capital of Kazakhstan. Moved from Almaty in 1997, Astana was built to symbolize national identity and modern ambition. Architects from around the world were hired to create futuristic landmarks like the Baytarek Tower and the Palace of Peace and Reconciliation. But the result is strange, a blend of bold vision and eerie emptiness. Harsh winters and massive open plazas keep pedestrians away. Some buildings feel over-designed, beautiful but impractical. Still, Astana is growing. It's a seat of power, home to embassies, institutions, and grand national projects. For some, it's a statement of pride. For others, a surreal set from a science fiction movie. It's a city where design dreams big, even if daily life has to catch up. The world is full of strange and brilliant cities. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing places. Hit the bell so you won't miss what's next.